Good morning, Crossroads South, and here we are at Friday. Seems like two really quick weeks because of the Wednesday off. So it is Friday, April 12th. It is a B-Day today. I want to thank everybody just from the start for being super flexible yesterday, for our author visit, and for adjusting your schedules. You know, kids, it's not easy for the teachers to adjust and modify and, two of the houses were in green, but then all the other classes get ahead if you take the time. So I really, really appreciate it. And I'm constantly working that schedule for people. So it makes it a challenge. So I just want to say a public thank you to everybody for your flexibility yesterday. And thank you to Mrs. Ackerson for bringing our author in, and to all the teachers who helped out. Miss McMahon, I saw Miss Silcox there. I saw Miss Luchow there. I saw Mrs. Rimmer there. And they were all helping out with the questions. And for the students who asked the questions, you really were outstanding. So thank you for that. You had great questions and you really represented our school well. She was like, wow, these kids are great. So way to put a good effort out and leave a lasting memory of Crossroads South in a visitor's mind. So that is that. Let's talk a little bit about sports. So the spring season is underway. The competitive season has begun, and I have two announcements about sports. The first thing is that for the fall, when we had football, and for the spring seasons, when there's so many events happening inside, outside, etc., we have a different set of expectations and a different rule pattern for students to stay for games. So during the winter session, you're right here in the building, nobody's going anywhere, and it's a lot easier to just say, hey, stay after school, you can hang out here, and as long as you're on good standing, you can stay. For the spring and the fall, there's just too many things happening. So, and our games are all staggered, and our matches and events are all staggered. So we go back to the original expectations, which is that you must go home on the bus and you must come back with an adult. One adult. They cannot drop you off. They have to stay with you, but you can go home. If it's you and a bunch of friends and one parent, that's fine. But you need to go home and return with an adult. They can hang out, watch the event, watch the game, whatever it is, and you must stay in their vicinity. So what you cannot do is say, hey, mom, dad, neighbor, whoever, go sit in the gym and we're going to wander the campus. That's not allowed either. But you know what the expectations are. And in order to stay and come back for events, you do have to be in good standing. I'm not putting the form out right now because we will take it one step at a time, but I just wanted to make sure that you knew what those expectations were. The second announcement about sports is that baseball has had 2 games, and this information I have because of great players, and they're sending me the updates. So and for the next sport, a coach. So if you are part of a sporting event and you want to be announced on the morning announcements, please send me the stats. So anyways, baseball had 2 games. Unfortunately, they lost both games, but that's how the beginning of the season goes. So keep it up, baseball. Keep going. And volleyball has had a couple of games. They started with a loss on the road, but then they had a game against Edison, and I knew the coach there, and you guys were killing it. I'm assuming you won the whole match, or the whole meet, but I'm not positive, but you were killing it. You did a great job earlier in the week with Edison, and then yesterday was Old Bridge, which they did a phenomenal job again. What a volleyball team we have. So excellent, excellent, excellent. And Coach Quilter told me that next up is Monroe, and you all know how I feel about Monroe. So go Vikings. All right, those are the sports stats that I have for today. I have one more special message that I'd like to share with everybody. I just want to let you know that Miss Hinson is actually going to be out for a little while for a medical reason, but everything is great. She had a procedure and everything went really, really well. I heard from her this morning and she said, please tell the kids that it's okay. I'm going to be out for a little bit, but I'm proud of them. They need to keep up their hard work, their behavior, their academics, and she ended by saying, go Vikings. So that is a special message from Miss Hinson directly to you, and we wish her well, and we're sending her lots of good vibes with healing and all of that good stuff. All right, folks, one last thing before I end the morning announcements and we do our salute to the flag. All this rain has gotten me cranky and it's supposed to thunderstorm today, but last year, one of our custodians took this gorgeous picture. Look at this full rainbow that came out. And it was so cool. Here's the second picture, that if you look very closely, you will see that there's a double rainbow. You can see it there on the edge. She took that picture. It's a double rainbow. So I'm hoping for some rainbows over Crossroads South. All right, folks, stand for the salute to our flag. Here we go. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Make it an awesome day, Crossroads.